Okay, what's going on, Grand Rising? Today is Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. And what we're going to be looking at today is going to be dollar index in the futures market. Really quick, I just want to say this. Our goal today is to just not give back, probably take less shots, and understand that we have interest rates tomorrow. Now, me and some of the guys, we already did on the mastermind a full breakdown this morning at 7:20 of kind of what we're seeing for the markets today. Now, that doesn't mean that that's exactly going to happen, but we have a good idea based on things that we're seeing. So, really quick, obviously we're in a really bullish market on dollar. We've been, pretty bullish since that 104 level with no signs of, weakness going into New York today. And so I'm really focused on 105.70, 105.80s as a price where, a place where price could possibly reach up to possible 106, but really not seeing any bearishness out of dollar index. So I preferably would like to be more in short going into the end of the day when it comes to futures, and especially because of futures higher time frames. So a little tricky, I would say, weeklies and daily, especially when it comes to YM. And then when you look at, we drop down into this daily. I'm kind of anticipating that on NQ and ES, we're going to get a daily close lower low below these last sub candles, and that we're going to, start to kind of fall off of a cliff here, possible with YM, because it just didn't seem right unless we were going to go higher and go take all-time highs once we bounced off the 2024 open. And then intraday 4-hour direction, we're kind of, to me, the market moves in four phases. If you look at it from this perspective, you have let me do a little bit better of a drawing here. You have accumulation, right? Price accumulated, price marked up, right? And now price is in a somewhat of a distribution pattern. So is price going to distribute to go lower, to go then higher, or is it going to distribute to then just kind of sink back off to monthly open, right? Or are we going to hold this level today at New York and rise up first and then make our way down the PM session? That's kind of where my mind is right now. It's kind of looking at it all. And we're very similar on these two, right? So if we continue to get that bullish dollar, we could see a little bit pushed down. I'm looking at like under this wick, 53.25 half level, and looking at like 19K, 18,950 on NQ. Okay. A little bit more of the intraday. Like I see a spike down, possibly maybe a push up first too. So there's a lot of different things, but we'll see what the market presents us. We don't want to just guess. I'm going to go ahead and move you guys over to the snipe window really quickly. Make sure we got everything set up over there and trade safe today. Like I said, we're not trying to go too crazy. Want to be as selective as possible and understand that we have tomorrow with the news. So, going into this already with about 2 minutes out, I am kind of already seeing like maybe a possible fractal play back up to take the high of day, which would be still a good play as well. So we'll kind of have to see what we get here, but got about 1 minute left. So let's lock in. Let's focus up. Make sure you went through your trader's constitution, set up your mental framework, and like I said, trade safe. So I'm also watching that NVIDIA price. Just kind of want to see how it's going to open here at that New York. So New York open. We've already got that. We need to make sure it's on the right thing here. NVIDIA just opened up at the 121. So we're going to be watching that price, like I said, too. So Nvidia, excuse me, Nvidia is finding its way to the upside, so that's really interesting to see how this is printing. So I am going to kind of start framing up something possible. I want to make sure that I can see this. So I'm going to frame up something off of this low, 19,042. 42 flat, and then take profit is going to be 19,150. Okay. Oh, that was kind of the tap right there. That might have been it. Wow, that was quick. So I do like how it is. ES is finding some weakness right now. NVIDIA finding some higher low strength. So very interesting price here. Not really seeing what I'd want to see too long a position though. So very fast push up. So with that type of move, I think that they're absorbing the orders, but we'll see. Now we want to know that actual low in the market because I think price will slip this area, this 5-minute area. ES is slipping, so I definitely don't want to possibly take that one there. Look a little closer here. The only reason I say that I might have should have took that one was because NVIDIA is really strong right now off of that 15-minute area. So that might have been it. That might have been it right there. So we're still inside that accumulation. So anything that pops out and comes back down is still a good trade to me. But that was definitely a good area. What was that? The low right here we had 42.75 just to be exact. Okay. Obviously too much now. We got to focus on prices below. But still not in a bad area. Waiting on that first 5-minute close, kind of see what we get. ES is making lower lows. YM did fall off a cliff. So that's not, you know, looking at NVIDIA, it's starting to break down as well. So we'll see. Dollar index really quickly here. Very strong still at the open. So taking a look at NVIDIA again, starting to kind of like break down, but going to that 120 level we like. Damn, that might have been the bounce right there. That might have been the bounce, which it's fine. I'm not going to chase it. That looks good, how that's printing up, right? And going. So we're not really worried about anything right now. Now, I will say if price was to come back down, we could factor this as our stop, or we could factor this as our risk, which I would probably do this just because. But I'm not going to chase anything like that. Now, you do have major divergence going on here at the open. And so taking a look at NVIDIA, it's still holding that higher low area. So anything that pulls back, possibly to New York Open, I'll start factoring in my stop loss at this low, 46.25. So 46.25. I think that's right, right? Yeah. Okay, so the price is rallying like crazy here. Okay. And so it looks pretty good. I personally, like I said, I'm not gonna chase it. So we'll watch this first 5-minute close, see what we kind of get here. And then the other two are kind of like, I think, absorbing the area. Okay. So we're looking pretty strong from that area. So like I said, I'm not gonna chase this thing up or anything like that. It already did the thing we want to see, right? Tapped, came, touched New York, and rallied. So unless it was to come back down in those last 15 minutes of the hour, then I would just be waiting this thing out. Like if it came back into this area. I'm gonna close straight. Just taking some notes here on divergence. Now we want to focus when price goes back below that open. So watching Nvidia is looking really good to continue, I think. So if price can go back below New York, I would use 46.25 as my risk. So I want to really focus on price going below this level for sure. Okay. Now ES is still kind of looking bearish on that 15, and has taken that London low, and then YM is super bearish. So this did kind of reach up and hit 19,080 level. So, we're still kind of focused on, positioning ourselves in the right spot. So I'm just kind of watching still here. If price can go back below that level, possibly, but I don't want to play the chase game right now, especially at an 80 level. When you're looking left, the 1 hour last up candle is right in alignment with 19,100 as well. So we'll see. Taking a look at Nvidia, higher low really forming really nice there. So like I said, I could buy it here, but I'd rather wait till price comes back on the 5 minute if I was going to lock it in, maybe right under these lows. So I've got my stop loss set right for this low here, 46. So if price can, like I said, slip this area, I would be ready to attempt it most likely. Okay. So ES kind of playing at that 53.50 level, but still looking pretty weak on the 1 hour. Um, really studying, still really watching here. And then YM is just, I mean, it's just falling. So it's really dragging people out, the buyers out, which is okay. So we'd like to get in like under New York Open. That'd be great, like 56. Then our stop loss would be 46. It'd only be like 10 points, which isn't a bad risk for the day. Especially if I can start seeing ES hold 53.50 as this is happening at the same time. A little bit more. So that's where I want my entry, right inside that location of the 1 minute down candle, right inside the 5 minute last down candle, and right at New York Open. So if they were to slip lower and go lower today, then so be it. But if not, and we go take this high now very quickly and reach for London and daily, I could definitely see that potential here. We'll see. We got 58, so we don't have that much of a risk, to 46, a little bit over like 12 points, I think. So that's not bad. It's really trying to, watch that 15 and 5. And then my focus is, are we going to get above this wick pretty quickly and get out of this accumulation? Because in my eyes, right, like I always see the market in four phases. And to me, this was price accumulating potentially, right? Now it could go lower, don't get me wrong. It definitely could go lower right here just because of how we've been, but um ES and YM are still reaching lower right now. Now looking at Nvidia, we're still kind of playing at that New York Opens, kind of like this price here. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I think if we can get out of this area and close, then I'll start marking up this box to reach for this high of day. So ES still kind of falling. YM reached for those areas we looked for 1 hour, 4 hour already. So the only one that we're kind of wanting to see is what's going to happen here. Okay, so this 5 minute close, if it can close relatively strong, then this can be a pretty good trade. Um, Especially if it can go above 19,087 pretty quick and then start attacking that daily open, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is as this starts to, look more bullish to me, I start to kind of evaluate it like this, right? So I'm like, okay, it's getting very strong away from the accumulation area. So that's a good sign. And then we have previous day highs as our target to the top side. So um, you got YM just dropping 38,760 New York Open. It's at 38,560. So 200-point drop just since the open on that. So I'm going to be focused over here, checking a look at NVIDIA. It's popping. It's looking pretty good. So I do want to kind of take a picture of that here really quick. Copy image. Okay. And post NVIDIA here. So I like the price right now. It's just now what could we get for this first 15-minute close? And we're gonna close outside of this area here. So to be like very technical, we could do it like this, the candle closures. But if we don't close out that area pretty aggressively, then the other two are kind of like seeking or searching for liquidity right now. So yeah, this 5 minute close, I'd like to see a little bit more to the upside here. Uh, So with the other two markets not really showing me the signs, I really want to see how this 15 and 5 close. They look good, but it's just how they're going to play at New York Open here. So we'll wait and be patient here. So price is pushing fast right there. So we'll see how the candles actually close. That'll be the key. That 5 minute closes like that, it's definitely going to go lower. But if they can bounce right here, maybe my risk could have been a little lower, 44, but keeping it tight here today. That was a horrible 5 minute close for this type of entry, um, unless it just rallies very quickly. The other two are pushing pretty violently, so I'm hoping that this just turns around and bounces. That'll be really, really good attacking that 1990 areas. You have Nvidia going higher right now from this 15.5 area, so let's see if we can follow suit here. The other two are dripping. So if we can get here today, I think I'm gonna pay myself. If we get here first before we go lower, I think I'm gonna pay myself a little bit. Let's put the alert on there, just because how this area is. Not a bad entry today. So they're still pushing ES and YM to the lows super fast right now. So that's interesting that they're doing that with this one doing this. And you do have Nvidia going higher, so that's the only reason I'm still in the trade, accepting the risk personally. Yeah, they're about to slip me, I think. And so they're pushing lower on ES, they're pushing lower on YM, and they're somewhat pushing lower here. I almost literally want to position my risk just right here instead, 42s, but there's that push. So they stopped me out on that one. Now let me check Nvidia here really quick. Nvidia is still showing strength, so they're manipulating like crazy. So it's all good. I have one more trade in me today. I think I want to try this 1900 area. If we don't break it, we already hit the previous day lows on the other two. So they may be going for those areas. Okay, so that daily is engulfing on ES, super engulfing on YM and starting to get there on NQ here. So we'll see as we get down to the 19K level. And it's pushing fast too, so let's keep watching here. Okay, so watching this area. We are below market now. We're below New York. We're below daily and London. So either price will just continue to capitulate to the downside, or we shall see. But right now, ES is pushing that previous day low. We still have about 30, 40 points on NQ. So we just need to be patient here. Okay. Just being patient here. This is the area that we had basically talked about this morning with me and some of the guys. And so I do want to go ahead and like factor up this one a little bit. Understand that low is 1903. I'm going to move this. $19.03. 1903.25. Okay. And then our take profits are still going to be 150s, and we'll break it up. 150s. Okay. So we want to be buying below market open. That'd be great too. But I do want to see a little bit more signs of upside. So I do like how this looks, but I just don't like how the 15 looks right now. But this 5-minute close, we'll be able to kind of see as it's like pushing down into the area. So I like the 1 hour location as well. So it's just kind of, we'll see how they go. But there's no signs of strength on the other two, and we still are reaching for that 53.29 on ES. So I'd like to see a little bit more signs of bullishness before I just enter. Okay. And then ES pushing that level pretty violently. And it looked like it's searching for that wick at 53.25 on the H4. So let's see what we get here. Okay, so we can get that response close above market, then a pull back to it. That might be something. So I'd like to see price close above market and then come back below it, and then I would probably attempt this area as well. And we've just seen ES hit previous day lows, so I like that. Any pullbacks on this move, and I'm going to attempt this area most likely. I like this 1 hour location of this trade, so let's see what we get. If it just unleashes, I'm gonna be salty. If it pulls back below market, I'll take the trade. But if it just unleashes and goes, then I'm not gonna be able to take it. It's kind of slipped below market, so 1925 is kind of what we're looking for here. Price is moving, you are getting the same reaction on ES, so it's just you want to be able to buy price when it's capitulating down. So right there, as that price is hitting that area, I will attempt that type of move. Location's good, 5 minute below market. So if it was to go lower here, that's okay. 20-point risk. That's fine. Now, if it does it very quickly, I'll probably be done on this account just because I don't want to accept multiple things of risk. But I do like the 1 hour location of this trade. So it's like if this can start to a 5 minute close above market, there's a chance. But if not, then I'll probably just wait and trade a different account because I don't want to just give back or anything crazy here. That 5 minutes not looking the greatest, I would say, unless it can close and react here. But it's not looking that great. It's kind of pushing lower. No 5 minute strength right now. ES isn't really showing anything either, so they're just crushing down to that level. So let me switch accounts just really quick. Okay. And so we actually will stay on this account because I'm actually ahead on this one quite a bit. Still. Okay. So price really isn't doing the things we want to see right now. So like I said, I'll take one more setup. So I have one here and then I lost here. So I have room for literally one more setup. But if I don't see it clear, then like I said, I think they're gonna push that price because dollar index super strong. Nvidia starting to tank at this point. So we'll see what they do here. We can get some 5 minute signals. I may attempt to trade back to the upside. Mm-mm. ES is still printing below previous day lows. YM hit that 38,500 level like we talked about. Those 4 hours just look super bearish. And dailies look like they get engulfed on NQ and ES. So this is the area of the moments we're waiting for. Wow. Goodness. Oh goodness. Oh goodness here. 994, 18, 9, 94, 20. Get profits 150. Okay. And so we're getting that sign that I like to see personally here. All right. So now it's just where am I going to get that location of that 5-minute trade? So I'd like to see it like right there. And that open of this candle is what is that? 14s. So let's see if we can get some signal here. So I'm looking for like 1914 here. I thought it said 14. It's close. I'm trying to get the open, but I'll stick with that today. Now, if price can rally up fairly quickly, great. Back to New York Open, I'll probably pay myself from experiencing the loss. And if it just drains me on this one, then I'm done for the day based off my numbers and what I won yesterday. So we shall see what they want to do. So price has gone below New York and closed. So if we can get back above, or excuse me, market, then that would be interesting. These two levels here would be very interesting. And like I said, the 1 hour positioning of this is just a lot better. So I'm gonna kind of mark it like this so it shows up on my other time frames. And that way we kind of have an idea of the price level where we're at when we're looking at the higher time frames to get an idea. Now TPs on this are gonna still be in that same level that I'm thinking. Above daily. So like I want to be giving back my order above daily or above New York. So we'll see how this goes. And then ES is under previous day low, starting to kind of give some movement to the upside. So let's see if we can get this pump. So let's see if price can close and push. 5 minute looks really good pricing here. Like I said, if we can go back above New York Open, I can pay myself or protect myself a little bit more. So I do like how the price looks. So it's just now I gotta be patient. To that 1 hour close, we did close back above market. So we'll kind of see if it's gonna start to, start closing back above 19,050s or close to New York Open. If not, it is what it is. We had a pretty phenomenal day yesterday, and but I do think that this is a really good area to rally. Nice. Prices are rallying super quick. So it is what it is. I like the price that we're getting now. Fast pushes we need to pay attention to though. We really do. And then we have this. Where was our entry? Oh, so we're looking good there. Cool. Okay, so still watching this price. Want to see if it can break, go back above New York Open. So still looking to see if price is going to push. 5 minutes look really good. It's just can we break out of that 15 5 minute range and attack this wick today before going lower? Not seeing really any strength out of ES or YM and Nvidia. Um, Still holding that higher low from New York Open, but not looking as great. So we're just gonna have to kind of see. But the way that they're skyrocketing this, I like it a lot. I really do. So I have a good feeling about 19090s, like 19100 again. Um, so 9 a.m. looking pretty good here. Let's take a look at those 4 hours since they just closed. Um, Looks more distro to me, but NQ looks good. NQ kind of looks like she might start to build back at least back above New York Open here. But I think that would be the area of like giving back some of this order for sure. It depends on how it gets there and how it breaks 19050 if it does. If it breaks both of them very violently, then I think that wick high could be the area. But we can't if we've made lower lows, right? And we can't, start closing higher here, then it'll topple over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead on this one and make right under my order. I'm gonna make a right here sell stop under market, but only when we start closing a little bit higher here, which we're starting to push and push and push. So it looks more, understanding to do this expected value. So what I need a sell stop. Just need to keep one on there just in case to kind of reduce that order down a little tighter. All right, now I can modify this order because I still want to leave the rest on the plate. So if they come down, they come down. But if they don't, then I'm reaching for the highs here. But I've reduced my risk down just in case it doesn't go and take these highs. I like 1 hour price. I think it could really run if it can just keep going and not pull back. And how it plays at New York Open will be interesting. I like how the price is moving now. 100% looking really good. I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna kind of do that so I can see what we're at. Okay, cool. We're doing good here. After experiencing small losses, so okay. So the time that I've had today, what I want to do here is I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna watch the 5 minute closes. Okay, so if the 5 minute can continue to close, a strong candle here, great. But if it starts to reject at New York Open, I wouldn't want to be a part of it anymore. But now you're starting to see ES come behind NQ, and then so that's a good sign that maybe she's the leader here. And then you're seeing huge NVIDIA pop up here. So okay, so what we want to do since we have like we have buys, so we may sell one of these potentially. If we see the sign that we don't want to see kind of here. But not yet. We're good right now. We're good on that 5 minute right now. We really want to see this 5 minute close and really the 15 minute close, but ES kind of accumulating to go, seems like to go higher as well. So I'm just really trying to be patient for this wick high today. So rejections at New York Open. The candle hasn't closed yet, but just in case, so I need to move this now because I don't want to be a part of that. And I have my risk at the low now in my entry. So now I just get to play the rest, and I'm playing it up the rest of the day. But I did reduce down some of that of those losses, right? So let's just continue to watch here. Let's see where we get. We want to take profit no matter what previous day highs, or possibly above daily open now. All right, so that's like our focus is getting there. So ES is starting to climb now, so that's a good sign. And I like the 1 hour location of this trade. So so all we can do is wait. It's 5 minutes going to close in 50 seconds. Right now, price is below the open. So you don't want to exit the trade really unless it's above the open. That's what my goal is, right? So I did pretty good today. I believe I exited some of I paid myself or protect myself at point of interest. I'm kind of coining that. That's kind of like my thing. And then if we can go from our entry 17 to basically 120s, taking the high of day will be like a key for me today, that I'll just wait this thing out. Because that would be definitely about 100 plus points plus the partial. That would be definitely a green day still. Price looking good still, so just makes me think, if I wouldn't have taken that unnecessary trade, I'd still be 2 contracts deep on this bad boy. So, and then I just want to bring over these 1 hours so you guys have a kind of a idea is if you look at it, great location like we talked about on NQ, manipulation here, and they're doing a relative the same thing here. All right, so that's kind of where my focus is, understanding what's going on. But overall, it looks really good. So let's get a little picture of this. price here is playing pretty good here at that New York Open. I think if we can just go ahead and extend up, which they're gonna have a pretty good day. Let me check this other account really quick while I'm here. Okay, let me see where we're at for today. Okay, and so go back to recording here. Just had to check that. And so we'll see what we get going into I'd say like 10 a.m. But if we can continue, I think here we will push up to possible 19.1 again if we can close above 19.087, like 19.090 areas. But the 1 hour location does look pretty good, being below market. A strong 15-minute would be good. That would give me a little bit more clarity of what's going on here. And I'd probably would once if we exit the 15 5-minute range, like that wick high 19.090, I'll trail my risk to break even. I won't accept the I wouldn't accept the risk at that point of the day to get to my target first. So we officially started the stream about I'd say 8:25. So we've been going for almost an hour here. So we'd like to see what we have here by this hour. But this isn't the most pivotal time. So I'd like to see the 9:30 close, and then those last 15 minutes of 9 going into 10. So price is kind of rejecting at point of interest here. So 5-minute closures are going to be everything in this area. Still looking pretty bullish on 15-minute ES and NQ after falling off a cliff. So I like those signs. And I really, really, really like daily open area. Looks really nice. That 19.107 type area. So good 5-minute close above New York Open. So now it's like, okay, this is like a candle that's a reference point. And so as long as we continue to play above New York Open, we're very bullish. We're very bullish above market. So now our next target area is going to be the London Open. All right. So if we can reach that area, then we've reached 3 out of the what is it? We've reached we're closing above 2 of the points of interest already in the day. That's fire. Nvidia, really quick update. Nothing really, not really showing any signs of strength. So we'll see what we get here. Really good 1 hour price here, I think. So let me go ahead and mark this as like we're doing this as an accumulation. And that's like a legit accumulation pushing now. So, everything's pretty locked in. Now, can we go take this wick high is going to be the question here before going lower. And do we keep getting 5-minute candles opening and closing bullish? It's kind of having a hard time, but it's not showing it on the 5 or 15. So Like I said, for me today, with the losses, reaching up to daily open or right above will be phenomenal. Phenomenal still green day. You are starting to see like that ES and YM kind of starting to pull up from those areas as well. So those 1 hours are all looking pretty good locations. So I think we could reach up to those daily open areas today. So 5 minute candle closure is going to be key here. If it closes above New York Open and shows no signs of weakness, then I think we go ahead and slip that 1987 area. And I think if we can get there, I wouldn't see why we couldn't just go right above 19,100 and slip the daily open and take out these right here. So that's where my mind is basically at. Just to getting to that area today. So good 5 minute price here, and then we can get another I think 15 minute close higher high. That would be like signs that we're gonna probably push that 19 100 area. So I really like daily open. Good 5 minute close higher high showing signs of strength. So to me, that would be like this 15 minutes getting ready to blast. So that like I said, this right here is the technical signal higher high. So we want to see this continue to rally, and we want to put our focus on this candle because it did take out some traders down. There's still stop losses still on board, right? When you're looking left, so you want to see this 15 minute close. So here's the other thing, like I said, I don't want it to show up on both. Hopefully it doesn't here. So now you have a 15 minute higher open, higher close, and you're focused on this 5 minute candle, right? So kind of the same area, but your eyes are kind of going to be looking a little bit differently, I think. And this looks good. It's just can they hold this area now? But that is a sign of strength to me. And then YM, like we looked at 38.5, is already back to 38.6 and higher. So this will be the area where they really try people and if it's going to work or not. I really like daily open though. YM screaming. Nvidia here. Nvidia kind of showing weakness now from that New York Open back into the 120s levels, which isn't, the greatest. So I think, like I said, if we can hold this and keep trailing the risk, that's going to be our best bet today. Um, but as prices made that break out of the area, a lot of the times I like to go break even on that situation, but it hasn't really broke out of the area all the way. But once we break out of this 15 5 minute wick and we start attacking, I'll probably go ahead and trail this just to secure the risk off of the trade. But right now we're looking really good to hit the area to keep going. So it's nice, nice. So let's see how this 5 minutes going to close. If they can keep rallying this price on the 15, that's going to be beautiful. And we're looking for about 100+ point exit here today. Check out this daily here really quick. Daily entry actually looks pretty good if it is going to go higher. We're not done going high yet. That'd be pretty nice. But like I said, I'm just looking for like daily open today. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so this is the right one. Let's try to make sure it's the right account. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of this one. There's that. Dun, dun, dun. We just pushed through. Let's go. Very nice, very nice. So they just slipped their stop losses really quickly, like with that one move like that. So that's that next sign that I would probably say that you could probably move this to break even, depending on where you got in. Me personally, I like where I'm at right now. I am going to reduce the risk down. But right now we're getting those 5 minute closures. So let me do something really quick here. I just want to kind of show this. I'm gonna do this here. Sorry, let me do this real quick. Alt V, and then we do this one here. I'm just kind of marking that 5 minute break area to kind of let me know like that's where price is already broken higher, if that makes sense. So we're really pushing up to the areas I like to see. So really good. And so it's crazy to think I never really had to take down the two contracts on this, but I just wanted to pay myself something, But this here, because we have now broken out of that range, right? We could go ahead and secure right under this trade here. Don't want any, extra just there. So we did come back up to market open. Now the question will be for me personally, will be how they close this 1 hour candle here. How's Nvidia looking here? Still no signs of strength on Nvidia, and we're in that 1 hour area. So 19.1 is looking pretty good, but now our focus is the actual candle that took out traders, right, and blasted. So if prices can close below that level, that blue line pretty much, then we would think that they may come lower first. And if we continue to do what we're doing here, we're going to push up to that daily open. Give me 1 second. I got to manage this other account. Okay, everything's set on that account. So we're just watching this now for today. We want to switch one thing, which I have to kind of log in here really quick. Sorry. Okay, so still watching here. Looks pretty good. Okay, and I'm on the right one. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm staying on this one. Okay. The price still looking pretty good. We're still closing above those areas. 5 minute strength is still pretty strong. So, now we're just watching this 15 minute candle going into the last 15 minutes of the hour. Okay, so not really seeing that strength on ES yet, but we are at market open 53.50. It looks pretty good still. So I think the extension up to daily open will be fire. So we're thinking, can we move out of daily, right? Or are we going to go right above? And I do have a feeling that based on the way price is moving, that we're not slowing down, especially with ES moving like it is. It looks really good on the 1 hour. So really watching this 5 minute close here as well. I want to see higher open, higher close. I do like the location of the 1 hour. So if it starts showing too much weakness here below that 5 minute area, that would make me a little nervous because it isn't a good area to reject lower. But okay, so YM starting to show that strength at the time when ES and Q are kind of doing a pullback. So let's see how they respond here. 19080 is kind of like the area we were looking for. But let's see this 5 minute close and kind of determine what we see here. So they could pull price back below New York Open. Wouldn't like them to do that, but they could. So just kind of have that focus too. And I want to make this a different color. I want to make it that color that we use for the like structure. We'll do this. This is our structure color. So I like how ES is under market and could pop, and you have YM screaming. So that type of trade right there, when it starts to break down, if I see any closures that break like that, I probably would exit wherever it's at. But right now it's fine. I think we're gonna still extend up to that daily. You got ES moving higher, Nvidia moving lower. So that's the thing. I think once we slip that daily open price, if we can, that's gonna be our area to get out. So I'm looking for about 100+ points on here. If it keeps going after that, great. But that's what I'm personally looking for is like this move right around here. So entry was so at 17s. So I'm gonna make sure that like I want to be like close to, I'd say like 117 there. We'll do that there for right now. Let's just see if we can get to that spot. If it not, then but I like that area. Good 5 minute price right there. It's getting ready to close higher, right? So that's a good sign. Now, can we just extend up? Once we get into the 107s, I'd be grateful as well. So, mm, so really want to see this 5 minute stay strong, because then that we have one more 5 minute before that last 15 minutes of the hour. So 1 hour looks very bullish. Good reaction from that area. So let's see here. Looks pretty good. Can't lie. Previous day highs are 19150s. So I'm gonna mark those too. Let's see how this 5 minutes is gonna close. I think if it can close, like I said, above 19.1 and we get 19.107, I will most likely be done for the day on this account here. I'm looking for the full 100+ point push, but that's not always gonna happen. So I don't like how that's reacting off that 1 hour area, 19,088, just being honest, and how the 5 minute candle's forming, but it's really got to go below that area for me to want to exit. That price is not what we'd like to see in this type of area. I will say that. So be patient here. ES showing strength, YM at 38.7, so it's already blasted 200 points from our predetermined area. So I think we could possibly get there. Good 5 minute price here. So getting ready to get a good 5 minute close here. And then we have that 15 minute gonna close. And I think we're gonna get that push up to where we want. So daily open tap, like I said, I may end up pulling her around. My goal is to see all prices pushing. Okay, good 5 minute close, higher high, showing signs of strength. So it's really just kind of waiting it out now. We are pushing really fast. So okay, so we are at London Open. So we definitely want to see price hold. I would say this area here, right here, this candle. So if it ever goes back below that in this type of area and rejecting at point of interest, it could go lower. You do have NS, ES, and YM on the still on the push, and you do have NVIDIA at that level. We wanted to see 120.50. So let's see what they do here. So I got that TP set for right above the highs, but I'm also looking for personally either 107 or 117 are kind of like my targets. This 15 minute close looks good. So this is kind of like what I wanted to see was that higher open, higher close. And now we're like reading 15.5 area. So 15, 5 minute candle especially. And then how this 15 minute opens and how it's going to close. Can it reach technically just right over these highs is all I'm trying to see. You got Uber booming too. So price pushing up into those areas, really nice. Like I said, I could see 107. We get to 107, I'm gonna cover up to here, like 80s, the 80 levels. I may be pulling her though. I really want to wait till 117 since we got 1917 as our entry. So I think we can wait this thing out to slip the high of day. Now this is what I don't like to see right here, but I'm not gonna focus on that. And I'm gonna focus on this 5 minute close. So this is where your eyes want to be. Is the open and closing of this candle. Because what I'm essentially looking for is if I was going to sell the market, that's what's going to make me exit the long, if that makes sense. So YM screaming right now. Let's go. That's crazy. So this definitely would have been the day I was looking for if I would have just managed a little bit better. Really, really nice price. Let me take a screenshot of this. Nice, nice, nice. Let me screenshot this area. Okay. So watching now, I'm really watching here and wanting to see the same thing I look for on the 1 minute and 5, right? Is are they going to reject that daily? Because if they do, I might want to pull that position. Right. We can close, aggressively towards it still, then great. And slip our area and get this push of the high of day taken. So good open on that candle, still above daily. This is that pivotal area. Good open, good open. Getting ready to get that slip. And so we just want to see it slip up. Now, if we start to see it break down, like I said, what we're going to do. If it gives me the signal here, I'll exit most likely for the day. We're so close to the 100+ points. I see ES and YM still screaming. So let's see how this 5 minute closes. We close above or below daily. Right now we're below daily, right? So we'd want to be closing the trade above. Okay, so 5 minutes getting ready to close, 15 minutes getting ready to close. So we want to see if it's going to reject or just run up here. I think it's going to run up and hit my area. Let's see though. $45. So we're just waiting to see if we're going to pop those highs. And I think we are because ES still has, it's only at equilibrium. So nice. We're still playing pretty good right at daily open. Now price is above daily open. So we want to acknowledge that. All right. We want to acknowledge when price is above daily open and understand what's happening. Okay. So for me today, I'm going to exit here at daily. If I get that print below, I'm just looking kind of for that print right here. So we'll take it there. So if they keep going higher, let's see. So that's going to be it for me today for the recording. A lot to learn from. And I obviously wanted that 117 for that full 100+ point push. Still probably will happen. But I know better than to, leave expected value on the table like this. Now I can work a little bit better just waiting on that slip of high of day. I know I can. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see how the rest of this ends today. But with that being said, have a good rest of your day.